Yeah, thank you, Bukola. I'll be very honest with you. I do not think that this is a legislative versus executive conversation. I do not think that's what it is. I think it's a process and a system issue that has to be addressed. And I don't think it's about finger pointing and looking for who to blame. Like what I said is, if you think about the process today, there's a lot of stages with manual hands-offs that anything can go wrong. So when you sit to discuss changes to the law as lawmakers, there's someone who is making notes who needs to go and update. You need to ensure that they're updating what they have been asked to. You finish that with House of Rep, you do almost the same thing for Senate, and then you harmonize, and then you also need people to update. And then you certify it, you send it, usually through the Ministry of Justice to go to Mr. President for assent. And once it's been signed, you will notice that the version that the president signs is a different format. You have to then put it in their gazetting format, which is also done, manually. And then that sending from the president after assent for gazetting goes to Ministry of Information. Now, these different stages do not have the level of quality assurance that can make sure that these things never happen, not only for the tax bills, but for going forward. So which is why my preference is maybe we shouldn't waste this crisis, if you call it a crisis, and use it as an opportunity not only to identify if anything had gone wrong in this case that is substantial, address them, but more importantly, to strengthen that process going forward so that when we have laws, we know that these laws have not been tampered with in any way, form, or shape. And by the way, you said when the laws were being signed, and I've heard this also, the Senate president was there, the speaker was there, but if you are there when they're signing the law, you can't read 400 pages just because you're there. There's a process for finding out, the content of that. So I wouldn't say just the fact that the lawmakers were there and I was there meant that everybody confirmed that everything was fine. The same way I wouldn't say that, it wasn't fine, which is why I said let's wait for the outcome of the investigation.